There we go. I use this hammer all the time for leather work. Oh my god. I gotta stop working 7 days a week. Honestly, I do. I spent the past 6 hours tuning that new sewing machine. Yeah. Kind of like tuning an engine, like a high performance engine. It actually takes a lot of tuning to get it just right. Unbelievable. It's not supposed to be like this. This world, of course, is full of no guarantees other than death, taxes, and suffering. I know that, and if you don't know that, then you've had your head in the sand. Unfortunately, and I'm not a doom and gloomer, no way, no how. I'm not Chicken Little. I don't think the sky is falling. However, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And I think the proverbial zit is about to pop. I shouldn't be laughing about that. You noticed I've always got my hands on the pulse of the zeitgeist. Yeah. The essence of what's going on. A lot of people are just blinded. You know, they go to work, they go home, they go to work, they go home. They're so oblivious. It's kind of like the times when they interviewed these French, these Parisians, yeah? Like the Germans were rolling the tanks, you know, just outside of Paris, and then they started rolling in, and people are sitting there washing their dishes, like, what are all these tanks rolling down the street? What, just so clueless. Not going after the French and saying, there's just that sort of obliviousness that people have. Let's look at a lot of different factors, and of course, people can take a lot of different facts and come up with all sorts of weird conclusions. And it's not about information. There's a lot of information out there. Of course, there's a lot of information that's kept from us. But it's about processing information. Everything's okay. It's just a little, you know, the world is experiencing a hiccup right now. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Remember that saying, 2 weeks to flatten the curve? Right, sure. I'm not trying to convince you about what's going on, but what's going on is going on. There has been, I forget what the exact percentage is, so someone's going to correct me. In the past 32 months, I believe, I could be a little bit off on that, but it's something like the past 32 months. Something like 85% of the current currency in print, and it doesn't have to be just physical forms, in print, in other words, it's out there, only existed within the past 32 months. Hyperinflation is going rampant, and of course that was the case in the times of Jimmy Carter. I mean, I'm actually old enough to remember the chants about Jimmy Carter when I was in the elementary school bus. They weren't actually wait, you know, for the school bus to pick us up. Some of the kids heard these crazy songs about Jimmy Carter from their parents. There's that, and of course there's things that we actually have to go through in life. You know, there's hiccups and ups and downs. There's so many things converging. When I hear people, I know more than a few millionaires actually. I mean, I don't have any money. Right now I've got $4,200 to my name. But the reason why some of these millionaires absolutely love me is because I never ask them for money. I'm smart as hell and I can offer them advice. I just take some of that advice myself and, you know, make some wise investments. Unfortunately, I don't have the capital to make, you know, heavy investments like they do. These people are taking their money out of money. They're sticking it into hard assets like silver, land. You could chirp all you want all day long about, well, you never really own land. You know, you have to pay property. Yes, you have to pay property taxes, but people do own land. The one thing that you could be assured of, and I've never heard anybody else mention this fact, is that you do own the land because 99% of land is owned by rich people. And the one thing the rich people are not going to give up, or their rights thereof, of ownership, even though they have to pay property taxes. However, they find ingenious ways of sneaking out of a lot of property taxes as write-offs and whatnot due to limited liability corporations and so forth. They're not going to let themselves get their butts exposed when it comes to that. So you're in good league when you do that. When you do the stuff that the rich people protect themselves on, like hard assets like silver, gold. Gold right now is too expensive. And I don't give anybody investment advice, and I don't even pretend to be an investor. But when I hear people that give advice to billionaires, you know, these people are heavily paid to give serious advice to billionaires. And these serious people, I forget this one person's name, Used to be tell his mega rich clients to take 10% of their asset diversification, their investment portfolio, and stick it in land. Well, hyperinflation's gotten so bad they're telling them to stick a minimum of 20%, so it's more than doubled. I've put every free penny I have into land. I've sunk everything I have into it. But I'm not making this video about land. Just, I see so much. I get the one great, there are many benefits. And I appreciate everybody asking me about if I'm okay because of huge tornadoes in Kentucky. Like the whole city of Maysville apparently was flattened, you know, several places. So I appreciate like the 50 or so people asked me if I was okay. The one benefit of many benefits, of course there are downsides too, where people are constantly ragging on you on social media. None of that stuff gets to me. I could care less. Is that people feed me information, and I'm really, really, really good, if nothing else, at information processing. It's the same way I am when I go to the library, the university library. I get flipped through, by 30 seconds I know if the book's trash or not. To determine whether it's good or great, that'll take like another 30 seconds to a minute. That way I could weed through hundreds of books, literally within a long day. Like, you pull out the gems, I'm able to take them home. I have a library card to the university library. So I'm really good at information processing. There's so much stuff that Europe has gone flat out. We thought Australia was like some blip on the screen that's gone hardcore. Like Australia, you know, it's just everything gone down there. Everything's gone tropo, as the Aussies call it, which means nuts. Well, it's just as crazy Aussies. And I love Australians, by the way. I'm not calling them crazy at all. Well, now Europe is trying to beat Australia at their own game. I knew this would be coming. The Germans warned me about it nearly 3.5 weeks before. So I get fed all this information. I'm able to weed out the wackadoodleness, the craziness. Like, yeah, it's just a bunch of crazy talk. And there's all sorts of crazy videos people send me links to. It takes me no time to determine that it's not based in facts, logic, wisdom. It's not, you know, is this plausible? No, it's not. Well, yes, this is plausible. So I do a lot of information processing, and just all of it just points in one direction. And all of these people, and they're all bad actors, are reading from the same script. I mean, it's building to a head. People are saying in the United States, well, these mandates have been struck down now, and they have been by like 4 judges. Fortunately, we still have laws and rules here in the United States, but nobody's really following them anymore. Same in Australia. I've seen so many videos of Australians talking to cops, and it's like, what law is it that says I can't do this? And the cop, 99 times out of 100 in all these Aussie videos, like, I'm not going to talk to you about it. It's like, if you can't talk to me about it, then your position is untenable. You know, you're doing something illegal, something that's not a law. That's the way you always get somebody, too. It's like, well, tell me where the facts, you know, what is it that I've... Well, I'm not going to talk about it. Well, if you can't talk about it, then you have no right to do what you're doing. Because if you can't point out that I've violated law A, B, C, X, Y, Z, I keep seeing that in all these freaking Aussie videos. Time and time again, they've got that one common denominator. The stuff I'm seeing out of Germany, Deutschland, the stuff out of Austria is Groß Gott. Österreich ist gefallen, mein Freund. Yeah? Österreich ist gefallen. Austria is imploded. This places that I would be like, this would be the last place. No, they're doing it too. Serbia, Ireland. I thought the Irish, and I'm part Irish. I thought, you know, the Irish have a backbone. They'll stand up to this, you know, this incredible tyranny. My question, in Canada, I knew it would happen to Canada. I've had so many hundreds of Canadians email me or leave me a comment about the stuff that's going on there. It's unbelievable. It's not unbelievable to me, but it's still unbelievable. Germany, Nordrhein-Westfalen, yeah, which is a district or state of Deutschland. I forget the exact German phrase, but what the phrase means, what they're implementing is that if you're unjuiced, you can't participate in normal society. Oh, well, isn't that nice? My question to Canadians, Australians, and anybody else like this is, and I'm not telling anybody to do this or not do this, you need to ask your governmental representatives, like, if I'm unjuiced and you say I can't participate in society anymore other than getting groceries, then why should I pay taxes if I can't take a... Because your taxes, whether you're Canadian, American, Australian, whatever, your taxes are supposed to be paying for all of that stuff that you take for granted during daily life. Why have nobody ever mentioned that in a comment before or a video that I've seen? Excuse me, sir, now I know that I'm unjuiced, but aren't I paying taxes for this? Is there anywhere in tax law that says that if, the stuff that I pay taxes for, I'm not allowed to participate in society anymore? No, there's no such law. It's like every major Western society, Australia, Canada, including the United States to a certain degree, Austria, Deutschland, all these government entities, I was about to use the word demon, these entities are doing things that have nothing to do with law, nothing at all. It's like, is this a law? What are you doing? Yeah. No, it's not. I've diversified my life as much as I'm financially able to. There's a new, huge, nearly $3,000 sewing machine sitting right over there. You can't see it. And I bought that from trees that I sold that were harvested off my farm. Because I had to use that to, ultimately, if it kind of hits, but not hits too hard, if I have to go on the road and, sew things and fix things, make things out of leather to sell, so what? I'll do it. I've created all these paths and avenues for myself. And that's what you need to do for yourself. And what is up with this? No one's given me an answer for this. I've got ideas, but I'm going to let you tell me. All these people, I hear this everywhere, and you've heard it too. People just don't want to work anymore. There's millions of help wanted signs. Number one, how the hell are these people paying the bills? Because there's no more free money. What are these people doing? It's like, I don't want to participate anymore. It's like, yeah, work is so old school. Work is so passe, man. I could just sit at home and, play Halo or whatever the hell people play online. Are you paying for your gas and your heat? You know how much heating oil and propane and electricity for heat is going to go up this wintertime here in the United States? Astronomical. People that are already living on a thread are going to be like this. A bug. It gets smashed. I've made all possible contingencies for what's happened. Of course, nobody could prepare for anything. Anything could happen where you could drop dead tomorrow, me, whatever. I was eating some pico de gallo, which is some chopped vegetables, and I was bite down. What the hell is that? It's a piece of sharp glass in my chopped veggies. Anything could happen to us at any point in time. Everybody's going to kick the bucket eventually. But you need to be like the squirrel, in August when he starts hoarding his acorns and walnuts and burying them and sticking them in the hollow tree, Human beings have really lost that natural instinct. I can see the writing on the wall, and the writing on the wall is not writing, it's like neon spray paint. Even Mr. Magoo could see it. This is what's going on. And it's spreading like wildfire all the hell over the place. Tell me you don't see it too. There's some people that, I don't see it. I actually get a comment like that once in a while. I don't believe it. It's just 2 weeks to flatten the curve, just a little bit longer than 2 weeks. It'll be okay. It's never going to go back to normal. It would if people would actually stop putting up with this, but people are spineless. Some are more spineless than others. Let's leave it at that. But all of this would end overnight if people would just stop putting up with it. But people do. They let themselves get pushed around, and I don't tell anybody what to do, okay? I'm not advocating to do anything at all. It's none of my business what people do in their life. I haven't worn a face diaper in like a year and a half except for once on the airline. Can't wrap ourselves in plastic bubble wrap and sit in the basement sucking our thumb wrapped in plastic bubble wrap. Grow a spine, grow a pair of huevos, as they say in Spanish, en español, yeah, which I don't know Spanish, but I know that word anyway. Said el mero mero. Grow a pair, grow a spine. Stand up for you. What the hell are you, really, getting back to, what the hell are you paying taxes for? Your government has said, well, you're not allowed to, like Canadians, Austrians, Australians. Like, what the hell are you paying taxes for? A significant portion of your taxes is that you could live, you know, a normal, dignified life, which means going to work, walking in the park, walking your dog, bebopping in the store, buying yourself a, you know, pack of beef jerky or some candy or, you know, the normal stuff people do. No, you can't participate in society anymore. You're not juiced. It's like, well, that's okay. I'm just going to stop paying taxes because my taxes are supposed to be for. So you want me to pay tax? Let me get this right. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. Hold on a second. You want me to pay taxes, which go towards participating in daily society. But you don't want me to participate in daily society anymore because I'm unjuiced. Really? Really? What is exactly I'm paying taxes for again? I'm not telling anybody not to pay taxes, by the way. I'm saying, aren't you paying? Because yes, you are, unless you're doing, you know, something you're not supposed to be doing. You're paying for that. My question to you is, have you ever asked yourself that question? And have you asked yourself, have you asked that of your, you know, your government official? You know, the constabulary. I'm going to keep, let me get this straight. I'm going to keep paying taxes as a citizen to participate in daily life as a citizen in this country and city. I'm going to continue to pay them, but I'm not allowed to participate in society anymore. You know, I have to sit at home like a rodent. And you know, I can only go out if I'm starving to get groceries, and this is going to stay that way forever. Yeah. No. Let me think about that again. No. Yeah, let me think about that again. No. No. It's just ridiculous. It's like paying for something and being told you can't have it. It's like, I already paid for it. Well, you know, it's tough luck for you. No, I paid for it. What the hell do you think your taxes go towards? You have to pay your taxes. You have to continue doing that, but you're not allowed to participate in society anymore. Oh, really? How does that work? How does that work? How does that work in a sane world? Which, of course, is completely insane. How does that work again? It doesn't work at all. I'm asking you. You tell me. Okay? I'm not giving anybody advice one way or the other. I'm asking you. Please tell me on that one. I read every comment. Yeah? Please tell me. Thank you.